Keith Murphy, what up?
What up?
We live?
From Mel the Creator?
Yo, Keith Murphy.
Yo, what up?
Hey, yo. Hey, you know where we at, right?
We on
the beat with Keith and Birdie. Man, let's turn this thing up, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the mob.
The mob is pulling up deep, man. They already pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
Pulling up crazy deep.
You know, I got to pull one. I put them in the air for the mob right quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on, mob.
What up?
Come on, mob. Hey, we deep today, baby. Woo! Hey, man, I got fired one more time, man.
What up, my guy? Congratulations, Master Sergeant. Didn't you get promoted?
Oh, got a promotion in the play? Man, round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Oh, yo, the mob is pulling up, man.
Go blue.
Oh, look who we got here. Look who decided to make an appearance. Man, let's go. Woo! Man. Hey, Keith, man, it's a wild week, man. What's up?
Man, what's good?
Yo, it's going crazy out here, man. Like,
it's going ham.
Hey, you know, it's playoff season, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, when I say playoff season, you know, I'm talking about, man, we got the CFP, you know, for the college ranks, man. You know, we down that home stretch to see who's going to be in the playoffs in the NFL. And, you know, and then right as we're, you know, we're celebrating this, you know, this time of year and getting ready, you know what I'm saying? You know, fantasy football is closing out, you know, playoffs about to start of fantasy football. And then, man, Keith, yesterday, man, I'm chilling and I get some breaking news, you know, coming out of Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Ooh. Wow.
What they got going on up there, Keith?
Michigan coach Sherrone Moore, who been coached since 23 since Harbaugh left, fired. But not
happy
just
Thursday to
fired.
everyone.
That doesn't break the news.
Happy Thursday to everyone.
Because it was in Harbaugh's contract. That man out here messing with staffers, going ham.
Oh yeah. It's going crazy, man. It's going crazy. Yeah. I think I got a little delay, y'all. Sorry about that. Got a little bit of a delay going on with my with my picture to words. So, man, you know, I might be looking like one of them old karate flicks from back in the day, man, when the words ain't going with the mouth or whatever. Oh, but man, you can still hear me right though, Keith?
I can hear you good, loud and clear.
No doubt. Now, I saw a caption at the bottom say "Happy Thursday" to everyone except anyone who fumbled, recovered their own fumble, then turned the ball back over.
Yo, I've never seen somebody turn the ball over twice on the same play.
In the same play. I've never seen that on any level ever, man. From what I understand, they said it's the first time it happened in the NFL since 1978. So it had happened before.
Right.
But that's crazy, man. But no, we're gonna get to that. We definitely gonna get to that, man. But no, we got to kick it off with the story today, man. The hot topic. Yo, let's talk about man.
And I see we got 66 on the Twitter side. I'm gonna post the YouTube link in the comments. Come join us over on the YouTube side.
Hey, hit us up on YouTube, man. I see we got about 77 people up in here right now. Keith, it's going crazy.
Pulling up, man.
It's going crazy, man.
Let's get this out the way.
Oh, we had a new benchmark today, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I gotta put something in the air for that one, man. We gotta put something in the air for that one, baby. No, we have 700 subscribers already. Man, you know what I'm saying? I got my tea. I don't know what you got in that thermos, Keith. What's in the thermos, Keith? You chugging it real crazy.
Good old H2O.
Good old H2O. Man, why you got a thermos and the bottle? Do you not drink out of the plastic bottle? I don't understand.
Because I like mine with ice. I got a lot of ice in my thermos.
Ah, okay. So you pouring it from the plastic bottle into the ice cold thermos. Got it.
There you go.
Okay. You know what I mean? I honestly think, in my opinion, I think you got something else in the thermos and you're using the water, you know what I'm saying, to keep it balanced. But, I could be wrong.
Minutes, huh?
Hey,
what up, Nathan?
What's going on, Nathan?
Welcome to the mob, man. Like
you
and subscribe.
You are a part of the mob, my man. Clip up, baby. Let's go.
You got a shout out there too, bro.
4430. Oh man. It's all good, man. Hey, look. You know what I'm saying? It's still a race to the playoffs, man. We'll see who's in and who's not.
Brother. Go ahead.
Look, we'll see who's in and who's not, man. We still got a chance to win our division. I don't know about y'all. But we'll see. But yeah, man. So let's get. What's up?
Let's get into this Sherrone Moore situation, man.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it. Man.
So, do you got the details on your end? Pretty much the reason we're gonna start off with this is everybody's probably heard the news, but your man Chiron Moore Fired got a staffer pregnant. But the situation of aftermath of her getting pregnant is nuts, because this fool door dashed a plan B to the workplace. I mean, that's unbelievable.
So, man, so let's start from the beginning, man, just in case people aren't caught up on what's going on, man. So, of course, it started out. Let's break it down for time, for timeline. So it started out, man, Coach Chiron Moore, head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. He got the football team. He got you first hear he got fired. You know what I'm saying? You hear he got fired because of conduct detrimental, and inappropriate relationship with a staff member. That's what you heard first. Then you hear it's like, oh, it's an arrest. You know what I'm saying? He's been arrested for assault. That's all they were saying at first. He was arrested for assault. Then you start, they're not really, those platforms like your ESPNs and all of that, they're not going into the details, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of rumor mills on the internet. But the internet, and Keith, we got to make sure we do our due diligence and make sure we say allegedly, when we put this stuff out. Then the details start coming out as to why he was arrested. What they were saying was apparently he had he and his wife got in an argument about the aforementioned situation that you just spoke of, which is what is assumed. And he basically, initially he threatens to kill himself. You know what I'm saying? He threatens to unalive himself.
Too, right?
What's up?
I think he killed her too, right?
Well, no, that happened after the fact. So he did at first. He threatened to unalive himself in front of his wife because I guess his wife, chewed him out. He left her and went to the side joint's house, the staffer's house, and basically, breaks in there and threatens to kill her, and then he was gonna kill himself, and then so now we're here. She calls the police. Of course, he gets arrested. Boom. No charges have officially been filed against him, at least as of right before the show. You know what I mean? Yo, mob, if y'all get any updates while we're on air, feel free to share them. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look, that's why y'all are here, man. Y'all are part of the show. But it's definitely a sad story, man, because you saw someone of his own fault, basically just uproot his life, man. And, you just ruined your life making poor decisions.
I mean, hopefully he's saved the money that he already made. And, hopefully he can come out of this situation. He won't be unscathed, obviously. He'll probably never have a head coaching job in college football again. But you just hate to see somebody throw their life away like that, man. You hate to see it. Over some, as The Rock would call it, poontang pie.
Oh,
You know, he's the second coach in the last couple of years. Ime Udoka did the same thing with the Celtics. Obviously, he doesn't have the aftermath and the arrest that Sherrone Moore is going to have to deal with. I mean, because there's serious charges, man. Allegedly, like you have a knife and stuff. That could be a aggravated assault or attempted murder. You know?
Yeah, see that, and I was just talking to somebody about this today. That's the unfortunate part about, the situation as far as him getting fired. See, he could have recovered from the getting fired with the staffer and the affair, but he really, because I mean, look, okay, you're probably gonna lose your family. It's embarrassing. There's a lot of things are gonna happen. But as you pointed out, the Ime Udoka situation, there was embarrassment, humiliation. But where is he at right now?
He's back coaching.
He's the head coach of the Houston Rockets, right?
Right.
He's a damn good coach. I wouldn't doubt that, if Coach Moore had wrote this thing out when things cooled off, man, I'm pretty sure Harbaugh probably would have hit him up, you know what I'm saying, or somebody, and brought him on the staff somewhere. Yeah. I mean, he probably would have landed somewhere else. But because of what he did in the aftermath of all of this, now he's turned this into a criminal investigation. It went from being a scandal and conduct detrimental to your employment and wrecking your family, to really wrecking your life and putting, giving yourself. Granted, like I said, this is all alleged because no criminal. He has his arraignment on Friday, and no formal charges by the victim have been filed. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy, man. It just goes to show, you know what I mean? Said threatened the staffer and the cops had to come grab him. Yep. So, that's where we at right now, man. Look, hey, like you said, Keith, I'm just saying, man, look, there's a lesson to be learned here, man. And I mean, this is an ageless lesson, I think. You know what I mean? This is not like, there's an ageless
always
lesson.
Seems to come around every year or two, though.
Right. Exactly, man. And look, and fellas, I mean, ladies too, man. It's like, yo, you can't, if you got, so you have so many blessings coming your way, man. You got so many things going right in your life. Yo, you can't let the devil in to disturb your peace. You know what I'm saying? Your peace is you got to value your peace more than a side piece.
That's right.
And
you want to take the silver lining, like in life. You're going to get hit. And it's like, man, where's the silver lining for that man? And I know where he is. There's some insight. I worked in a jail for 3 years. If they say he's on suicide watch, that means he's went from less than a month ago, he was coaching against Ohio State in the biggest game, arguably the biggest college game every year.
One of the biggest games in sports.
Correct. Now he's sitting somewhere butt-ass naked with a green turtle suit on. Because when you're on suicide watch, you can't even have bed sheets. You lay on a metal cot with nothing. Like it's the low of the low. Yep, somebody else saying that man wearing a turtle suit right now.
Yep.
Over what? And see, to your point, depending on what happens with the criminal case, I still do think he'll have a shot at something. I don't know. Obviously not a head coaching shot, but I always like to see people have a shot at redemption. But the main thing about with the staffer is now he's fired with cause, which means they get to void that contract. So now I don't even get the money.
He's not even getting the money. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, man. It like I said, it's a sad story all around. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's so many, because he and you hate to see it, man. It's like, you keep hearing, first black coach in the history, of Michigan's program. You see that opportunity and for you to have that designation, you know what I mean? And to have it tainted in such a manner, because this is bigger than him. This is bigger than him. And it's just, like I said, it's just unfortunate. It's sad to see, man. And it's just like, yo, we are often a casualty of our poor decision making. And it's a lot of times when it comes to men, especially, it usually has something to do, with
Yes.
this.
What do they say? We used to have a term. It's either booze or broads. Why somebody got in trouble? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So CP thinks it's gonna really crush the program, and it's gonna mess it up for everybody.
Yeah, it has ramifications well beyond himself. He was already a figure, a historical figure, just from holding that position, and then it just set such a bad precedent. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such, and just to see it just splattered all over the news and all over the airways, and the climate that we're in currently, that's the last thing we need. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With all of the stuff going on with, in our economy, and then with somebody who was viewed as an icon in hip hop now being the number one documentary of his, reckoning, quote unquote. It's kind of like, yep, there goes another one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just it's not what we needed right now. But
not at all. I mean, and like my man right here, Michigan going 9-3. All of that, while all of that was going on, kudos to the players. I agree. I think they've been ready to fire him, but they wanted to wait till after National Signing Day is what I read.
Yeah, the investigation of him and the staffer has been going on since early, for months. You know what I mean? They had wrapped it up, the investigation, because they didn't have any proof. Allegedly, that situation with the DoorDash and the Plan B is kind of what led. It was kind of like a like a domino effect,
right?
After that, when they start looking into all of that. But first and foremost, I think when I heard that part of it, first thing that popped in my head was, damn, you can get Plan Bs on DoorDash?
That's exactly what I said, but
that's insane. Somebody said it sounds convenient to me.
DoorDash that thing at 2 a.m.
You ain't even gotta go to CVS, man. You just get that shit on DoorDash. That's insane.
Yeah, Chris, we can DoorDash.
We can DoorDash a Plan B, fam. That's crazy. Oh man, I don't even want to get into that.
Well, let's get into it. What would make you think? I guess you can't do it to your house, right?
I don't see a scenario where it made sense for him to do it. Like, where else you gonna send it to work, to your workplace, where you and the staffer are employed, where you're under investigation? Like, there's no. I mean, and the other option is to send it home. I mean, send it to the hotel or whatever you had going on. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm over here encouraging him to to creep, but he had other options. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, other than there,
right?
So that's crazy, bro. I'm like, I used to DoorDash to my, in my office at work. It's like, man, why would I have that sent to me? Because it has to go through people. At times, it has to go through the front, you know what I mean? It comes back to you. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine my secretary having to hand me a Plan B that I order on DoorDash.
And if she don't like you, I'm finna call your wife.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, you ain't got no assistant, no friend. There's just nothing. That's just, you know what that is? That's arrogance. That's like, I'm the head coach here. I'm the boss. I can do what I want to do, and I can't be checked.
Well, this whole situation is arrogance, man. I saw Dominique earlier posted, don't shit where you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you just gonna, casually out in the open have this thing with the staffer. That people got pictures of them together and stuff on like the sidelines at practices. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you talk about arrogance, man. You know, you just move in with a sense of comfortability with, you know, and a sense of power. And then, you know, then you giving her off. We left out the part where, you know, during the whole forcing her to have an abortion and all of that, you know, he promoted her. That would raise red flags too. He got her pay raises.
Definitely got her a pay raise.
Yeah. So the pay raises were also raising red flags. You know, but I don't know, man. But I don't know how this is going to play out. There are a lot of the details are still coming. So probably by the time we do the show again next week, Keith, we're probably going to hear we're going to have a whole different probably outlook because there's going to be more information coming out and more details.
That's right.
I'm glad we didn't. I told you this earlier. I'm glad we did a Thursday show this week instead of the Wednesday show, because if we had done the Wednesday show, the only thing we would have known was he got
all these details.
Right. We was just knowing he got fired. And you know, for doing something with a staff member. We wouldn't have known any of the other stuff for yesterday's show. So, but we're here on a Thursday special. Yeah, God complex, man. You know, just you know, I brought up Diddy earlier. You know, that was kind of like what he had going on. If you watch that documentary, that's insane. Is that really the percentage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to raise any red flags at all. It was like, man, what the hell does she do to deserve that kind of raise? You know what I mean? He must have had a good explanation, man. He must have did a good write-up.
Look, when you do stuff, when you move like that, especially when you a ninja, you better be like Mike, like you better be like a coach that's win the natty every year type situation.
Right.
See, like I was trying to compare the situation to Sark. You know, they fired him. I guess he was drunk on a plane or something. I don't know, you know. Mm-hmm. But at least he has a skill set that is very desired. So when Nick Saban needed an offensive mind, I think after Lane Kiffin left, or maybe he was there right before Lane Kiffin. Like I know Sark was offensive coordinator at the Falcons. Like those are the kind of things get you back in the door. And he's also not black. But Chiron Moore is just an offensive line coach. I don't know how that's going to lead to him prospering again. And now you done lost. I think he had 3 years left on his contract at $5.5 million apiece. I wonder what his agent is fucking thinking right now.
His agent is definitely, you know, he's definitely in the regroup mode right now, trying to recoup whatever. Because I mean, you know, he's gonna have to deal with his lawyers too. We don't know what his wife is gonna want to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's, and you know, because you thinking, I remember you mentioned earlier when you hope he stacked his bread. You know what he had.
Right.
So I mean, I think I don't know. Coaching is the last thing he need to be worried about right now.
Right.
We got to get through these, you know, see what these criminal charges going to look like. We need to see what that's about. And if he can get through that and, you know, shake that off, then, you know, we might be able to look at that. But I mean, his reputation is, you know, that, I mean, he's been smeared, you know. But I mean, in today's society, people have amnesia, you know, and a short attention span. So you'd be surprised what people can tuck away.
If you ask me, I feel like the criminal stuff is going to go away. I don't see them trying to fully prosecute that man.
She's also not pressing charges at the moment.
I don't think she's going to press charges. If you ask me, in 6 months, it'll be a footnote of he's dumb. Mm-hmm. But I can't see him going to prison. Because he can always say he had a crash out moment and he was really emotional of getting fired. And like the man said, God complex. You go from up here and then you're fired to here. Now my guarantees gone, everything gone, and like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so if she presses charges, I mean, they're gonna have to fight. But oftentimes what I see is, for one, he's probably gonna leave Ann Arbor. He'll never go back to Michigan ever again. And I can see them just kind of letting the charges go away and him leaving. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody's trying to convince her to press charges.
Yeah. I mean, people might be trying to convince her. But
I was thinking the same thing. Do you want added attention of a trial? When all this, because all you do is keep the news cycle going at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be back out of the news, unless she's due to come up off of that, I don't see putting herself through that whole situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And then it's like, because she's getting pulled. I mean, she is a part of this too. You know what I mean? Right. It's like he's taking the biggest L. But I mean, her reputation is on the line too. I mean, she's not innocent in this situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was in a position of power, over her. So that's going to be taken into consideration first, right. But I mean, she's viewed as somebody who was sleeping with a married man, and she was friends. Apparently they were following each other on Instagram, allegedly.
Uh-huh.
Her and the wife. She and the wife were following each other on Instagram, so, it's just one of those things where, I mean, it depends on, like you said, what kind of attention would she want in that situation. And then,
right.
Maybe there's some empathy for not wanting to drag the family through it.
Right.
After you've already, put them through, so much. She's culpable. She's complicit and putting them through what they've gone through as well, along with Sherrone.
Right.
But hey man, I see like about 160 people, man, that tapped in. Yo, man, we appreciate you locking in with us. You tune into the Unbeaten with Keith and Bernie, powered by StreamYard. Shout out Lev Media Group on the production. Hey, make sure y'all give us a like and subscribe. And man, hit the notifications so when we're popping up. Because we usually pop up on Wednesdays, but sometimes we got to switch it up. Me and Keith and I are two busy brothers, man. So sometimes we got to do this thing on a Tuesday or a Thursday. So make sure you hit that notification button just in case we switch it up on you, man. And follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at Keith and what is it, Keith? Was it Keith? Is Keith and Bernie _ unbeaten or unbeaten _ Keith and Bernie? What is it, Keith? Tell them.
_ There it is. Oh man. There it is.
Look, they like, man, how we gonna follow y'all? Y'all don't even know your own Instagram. Jesus, guys.
The _ unbeaten _ Keith and Bernie.
There you go.
Hey, man. Salute. We thank you.
Yep.
We're just trying to grow every day, up to 723 subscribers.
720.
So where were we at when the season started? 200?
200 when the season started, bro. Hey, that's all. They're just consistency, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Beginning, man.
Yeah, man. No, man. Shout outs to the mob, though, man. Y'all really make this possible. Man. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate y'all. Damn, everything delaying on my end, even the soundboard.
Hey, we're gonna make it do what it do, though.
Hey, we're gonna make it do what it do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm lagging. I see I'm lagging real crazy, man. I think it's a storm or something over here. Down here, man, in my area. So, man, I think that's what's going on with the signal. I thought it was the computer. I was rebooting the system and everything, but it looks like it's our signal out here. So bear with us, man. But
let's get this thing up to 10 likes. If you're up here with the mob, like the video.
Yep. Hey, man, so we want to get into some sports or what, man? What we want to do?
Let's get into some sports.
All right, man. What we want to do first, man? We want to talk about that quarterback in Philly first, or what we want to talk about?
Let's do that. I want to get to that.
Let's talk about that quarterback in Philly, man.
Is Jalen Hurts the problem in Philadelphia?
Hey, hold up, man. Hold up. Check this out. Hey, we got the 55.11% raise too. Hey, bet. You know what I'm saying? We got that Stafford hookup.
There it is.
You know, shout out to Michigan, man. Shout out to Einstein. We gotta get you back on the show, man. We ain't seen you. Look, y'all winning a little bit.
Definitely would have come on today after what happened last week.
Oof, I bet. You know, we'll talk about that a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
We can talk about it as much as you would like. That was an ass kicking.
Kind of. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, it's a tough stretch. 11 days, you know what I'm saying? We just beat up the Eagles and the Chiefs. You know, man, we were bound to have traveling to Detroit was kind of a tall task.
But now that we look at it, are the Eagles and Chiefs even good?
I mean, I don't know. It ain't a matter. It's not a matter if they're good. It's a matter if they are, you know, I don't know. I really don't know, man, because on paper they should be good. I mean, theoretically, the Chiefs on paper are better than they were last year when they went to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. What remember what I said on the show before that game, Keith? Who was I worried about?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yo, they did exactly what I thought they were gonna do. I don't know why. You know, I do know why, because Matt Eberflus is trash. I can't wait to the end of the season when he's gone. But yo, they did exactly what I said they were gonna do. I was like, yo, because we thought St. Brown might not play. I was like, man, they just gonna spread out Jahmyr Gibbs and throw it to him in the flat. And that's all. That's what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting off. He wasn't getting off on the rush like that. Montgomery had that big rush for the touchdown, but I mean they weren't getting off on a rush. They just spread them boys out. You know, and then St. Brown miraculously, hint, miraculously, was okay. You know, I wasn't even gonna get into this game yet, man. You know what I'm saying? You see the psychological stuff, these psychological games CP playing with me, man. These Detroit fans, want to harass me, got me off topic. We're supposed to be talking about Jalen Hurts. But let's get back to Hurts, man.
So we had a comment say that the offensive coordinator is the problem.
They said the offensive coordinator is the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think so to an extent. Multiple things can be true. It doesn't have to be just one thing, right?
Right.
I mean, in Jalen Hurts' defense, this is how many offensive coordinators in as many years? 3, 4? He
had Steichen for 2, right?
Yeah, he had him for 2. One of the years they went to the Super Bowl, and then the year they imploded, and then they got Kellen Moore, and now they got this guy. This guy, by the way, he's been on the staff the entire time. He's been, to some extent, he's been on the staff with Sirianni. So it's not like he doesn't know what works and what doesn't. You know what I mean? Right. What I think, what's wrong with the Eagles, what I see is wrong with the Eagles is their offensive line. Their strength last year was their offensive line and letting Saquon run behind it.
Right.
Hey.
And it seemed like Saquon is not even really finding the holes this year like he was last year.
No, he's looking like he was with the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like, if his stats are usually like, 1 or 2 plays where he breaks loose. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, he's like averaging 2-3 yards per carry. You know what I mean? But he's not getting loose because the offensive line isn't the same, man. They're not what they were last year. And then Jalen Hurts, he can't function the way he usually does because he could lean on that rushing attack, and it opened up his pass, the passes more. Also, Jalen Hurts is, I don't know if y'all noticed this. I mean, any of my, my football people, if you really pay attention, Jalen Hurts has never been that great against zone coverage. He doesn't, his pre-snap reads in zone coverage are historically bad. He plays. Right. He's better. He works when those zone cover. Think about watch the plays that they run when the defense is zone coverage. It's usually that cut, that slant route that Devontae Smith runs, or he's throwing it on the outside straight, just a straight down the sideline pass to AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? Or you're getting a short pass to Dallas Goedert.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a very vanilla, simplistic offense, and a lot of it is rooted in Jalen's inability to be able to properly read zone defenses. You know what I'm saying? Especially like your cover two. Sometimes he struggles with the cover two, I see. But right. He really struggled, with the Chargers. You know what I mean? A lot of that, I don't take a lot out of that. I don't think that's not a normal game for him. Of course, that was just a really, really bad game. Everybody's entitled to one of those disastrous games. But I have no idea, no clue how the hell you turn the ball over twice in one play. Like that.
What's more goofy? Turning the ball over twice on one play or the butt fumble?
That was worse than the butt fumble, bro. I think it was worse. I will say the optics of the butt fumble are terrible. You know what I mean? But the butt fumble is not really a statistical thing. This is a statistical thing. This is going on your resume. You know what I mean?
So speaking of, that's another fool that ruined his career. Sanchez,
man, I don't even know whatever came of that. I stopped following the story a little bit, but
right.
Yeah, he basically picked the fight with a guy, and he pulled a knife he pulled out on him?
Yep.
Dude catching assault with a deadly weapon, attempted murder charge. It's crazy. He said that took more effort than the butt fumble. It definitely, he threw an interception. For those who didn't see the play that we're talking about, because there are a lot of we're up to we got 400 and some people watching right now, Keith. I see. But for those who don't know the play we're talking about the play, Jalen Hurts in the Chargers game. He threw an interception, and then I think it looked like a lineman or linebacker got the interception, and then the lineman got stripped, and then Jalen Hurts, recovered the fumble, and then he fumbled the ball, and then they got the ball right back. So this all happened in one play. So he's the first player in the NFL since 1978 to both throw an interception and lose a fumble in the same play. So that's where we're at. Hey, man, we appreciate the love.
I got it. I think I got it.
You got the clip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we'll remind the people, man, because we up to almost 600 people watching us right now. Hey, man, look, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We appreciate the love. Like and subscribe. You tune into the Unbeaten with Keith and Bernie. All right, let's see, man. Okay, here we go. Let's break it down. Let's get some.
Picked off. Intercepted, and now the ball's out, and Hurts ends up with the ball in his hands. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hurts picked off.
All right.
Intercepted, and now the ball's out, and Hurts ends up with the ball in his hands. He fumbles. Chargers ball.
You goofy.
Hurts picked.
Why is it? It's not showing his fumble.
It did show his fumble.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it at the end. I think it cut off the full the full fumble.
Okay, let's see.
But yeah, that was
intercepted, and now the ball's out, and Hurts ends up with the ball in his hands. He fumbles.
Yo, not the sound effect.
Goofy.
It's a goofy play, man. This is mad goofy. It was a lot of goofy stuff going on in that game, man. Hey, Keith, did I mention, Justin Herbert is like the MVP? You know what I'm saying?
You won a big game, that's for sure.
Hey, shout out to Justin Herbert.
Because you have to cheer for Herbert. You want Philly. I mean, because one thing it did help, I think it kept y'all playoff shots at least a minute. Because I don't think you guys are going to get a wild card.
No.
Y'all
Not unless
the playoffs is the division.
Yeah, I think a few teams would need to face plant for us to get a wild card, but we only need one team to face plant for us to win the division. And they are doing that. You know what I mean?
Do we know the rest of Philly's schedule?
Yep.
I know they got
they're
coming up, right?
Yeah, their next game. So they just played the Chargers. So their next game is the Raiders. They got the Raiders this week, and then they got Washington, and then they got the Bills, and then they got Washington again.
So you need them to lose 2, right?
Yeah, and I mean, Dallas needs to win out. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not fully confident in Dallas winning out, not because I don't think they're good enough. I think they're better than all the teams that they're about to play. I just don't have faith in Matt Eberflus, man.
Right.
I think he's a horrible coordinator. I don't like it.
I have faith in him. That's my dog.
No, F him. Nah, and forget all of that. I don't need that 49ers energy and none of that. But speaking of the 49ers energy, my reasons for not liking Eberflus are the reasons that I like Kyle Shanahan. It's like Kyle Shanahan can maximize any talent that he has. He can play his system, but then still maximize your talent within his system. Matt Eberflus cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? He has box safeties dropping in coverage. He has corners who are specialized in, press coverage and man dropping back into zones, not pressing the wide receivers on the line, having them run free. You know what I mean? And then they're out there looking crazy, getting burnt. You got DeRon Bland out there slipping and sliding everywhere. DeRon Bland a few seasons ago set a record for pick sixes. He is not a terrible corner. He just looks really bad in this system. You know what I'm saying? You got Trayvon Diggs out there looking crazy, which he was a little banged up. But I mean, and I'm not absolving the players, but because they have to make adjustments too. But I mean, dude, you're not maximizing your talent, and then you're doing things that don't work. You reverted back to something that didn't work in that Lions game. That's why y'all started getting cooked. You know what I mean?
Thank God.
Why you got your corners playing off of the line, off of the receivers when you got St. Brown in there? You think St. Brown gonna run long distance down the field? Have you been watching the tape on St. Brown? What does he do? You know what I'm saying?
Look, like the great Michael Irvin said, my favorite cowboy.
Your favorite cowboy. You have a cowboy that's your favorite that you like?
Man, he's retired now. I like him. I ain't never seen a defensive scheme where everybody's open.
Yo, what he said. Michael Irvin said that. He said that like 5 weeks ago. He said it after the Bears game, actually. He said, man, I ain't never in my life seen the defense where everybody open. And unfortunately, man, I mean, it's facts, though. I mean, straight trash, man. Like, nobody, I mean, you got a high-power offense, you know what I'm saying? And you just wasting it all, man, So, I mean,
welcome back, my guy.
Welcome back. But yeah.
Transition now to
do we answer the question? Is Jalen Hurts the problem? Do you think he's the problem?
I absolutely think he's the problem.
You think he is the problem?
I absolutely do. I hate it. I hate it for him because, to your point, the lack of consistency at the coaching spot, especially offensive coordinator, has not done him a good service, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's done him a disservice, is what I meant to say. But if you're a good quarterback, like, I give you that when you're young, right? But like now, what year is this for Jalen as a starter? Year 5?
As a starter, it's been more than 5, right? It's been like what, 7, 6 or 7?
Carson Wentz been gone that long?
Huh?
Carson Wentz been gone that long?
Yeah, think about how many teams Carson Wentz don't play for since he left Philly.
Philly? Yeah. That's crazy. But now it's like you got continuity. To your point, the offensive line has been in flux. You know what I mean? And this thing shows another. We talked about this. What is it with their record with Lane Johnson not playing?
It's a crazy record. It's like 15 and like what, 40 something. It's something crazy. It's like a crazy number.
I mean, it's something crazy. Like, I don't know, man. But he hasn't played in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, they like fall apart without him or something. Like, I don't know.
Whatever they pay him, if I'm his agent, we going back up for negotiation. Y'all can't win no damn games without me. And so I just think as a vet quarterback now, you know what I mean? Somebody in the mob look up how many years Jalen Hurts been starting. And so I just think it's his fault. You're going to have to me, if you're a quarterback, you got to make up for the deficiencies of your offensive coordinator, right? And his weakness is just showing up in the pass game. Without Steichen and without Kellen Moore schematically kind of really helping him. So it's like you're dependent on everything being perfect. You have probably you have a top 3 wide receiver group in the league. Would you say that?
Right. Okay. He was drafted in 2020. So yeah, it has been. It's been less than.
So this is his 4th or 5th
It's been less than 5 years.
Right.
God, it seems like he's been around longer than that, right?
That's because you've known him since Alabama. So
that is true. I've been his career, because you go all the way back to when he had the dreads. When
right,
even before the year he got replaced by Tua, the year before that.
Yep. And so when people are around like that, you think they've been playing longer. But I knew 4 or 5 years around the pandemic. Because I remember when they drafted him in the 2nd round with having Carson Wentz. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And so
a lot.
I just think at some point you got to make up for the deficiencies of your offensive coordinator when you have everything that he has. Oh, Lane Johnson, I don't have the best offensive line. I have a top 3 wide receiver. Where's Saquon? He's having an off year. Still a top 7, 8 back, right?
Right.
Dallas Goedert is the top tight end.
They got the talent.
So why aren't we winning?
They got the playmakers. They got A.J. Brown. They got Devontae Smith. You know what I mean? And by the way, they're 15 and 26 without Lane Johnson.
Without Lane Johnson. Yeah, I'm taking that to my agent. Hey, bro.
15 and 26 without Lane Johnson. You know, that's an insane stat. I mean, and this goes back to when their offensive line was dominant, back when they had like Kelsey and those boys. You know what I mean? I mean, they still got the offensive line is not what it used to be. You got injuries, even, you know, guys aren't playing up to their standards. You know, Jordan Mailata getting holding calls. You know, you're not used to seeing that with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dickerson staying hurt. You know, that line is just it's nothing like it was. I mean, that's what I see, the glaring difference. And the play calling is very vanilla, not a lot of motions. To be honest, they actually called a better game in that Chargers game in terms of like the variations in our offense and switching it up. The positive plays that I saw were like, it was a lot better than what you've seen in previous games. They had some things they could take away from that. They lost that game because of those turnovers. They lost that game because of Jalen Hurts' turnovers. I will say that. You know what I mean? But there were some positive things that, they were doing a lot more motion and the offense didn't look as vanilla as it usually is. You know what I mean? Aside from the turnovers, but yeah, no, I just think it's Jalen. It's a lot of Jalen, but at the same time, it goes back to kind of like what I was saying about Flus. It's like, man, this offensive coordinator been with that staff all this time. Yeah, AJ did drop a TD. You're right. And, he
also got scared to go across the middle. Jumped up. That was a catchable pass.
Yeah, because he about to leave.
Take a shot.
Because he about to leave, man. He gotta protect himself.
He said Jalen over Kevin's fault. Hey, I'm saying if Jalen is that guy at quarterback, you won a Super Bowl, you've been All-Pro, it's up to you to make up for the deficiencies of that offensive coordinator, Patullo. That is my stance on it.
But he's not.
You're always depending on a coordinator. Like, who's Josh Allen's offensive coordinators? I don't know. Because whoever's back there, he plays well.
You only hear about Brian Daboll, who is currently unemployed.
Right. He's already fired without Josh Allen.
But no, I think like Jalen is culpable, man. But you can't absolve the offensive coordinator, man, and those play calls.
I absolve the offensive coordinator. He's already shown you what he is. What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. But
so I don't blame the coordinator. Okay, let's go back to this. The Falcons blow a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. Who gets blamed?
Who gets blamed? Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan.
No. Whose name do you hear most synonymous with that Super Bowl?
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan.
Because he was
too low.
Most people feel like he was.
I agree with you. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying he's synonymous with it because you got to take the good with the bad. He's synonymous with it because most people feel like he's the reason they were there in the first place, not Dan Quinn. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. But if I score 28 points, Dan Quinn, what is your job?
Your job is to stop the other team from scoring. You are the defense. You are the defensive guy.
Yes, there might have been play calls where Kyle did this, but guess who's in charge of the situation? Dan Quinn, right?
Dan Quinn, yeah.
Okay, Patullo is not calling plays good. Whose job is it to make sure he calls plays well?
Nick Sirianni.
So, what did Dan Campbell do in Detroit? Now
he took over the play calling.
Okay, so what are we doing, Nick Sirianni?
Oh, nobody's absolving Nick Sirianni. We haven't mentioned his name, but he deserves some of the blame. He deserves a lot of the blame because you were looking real good when both of your coordinators were popping. You know what I'm saying? When Kellen Moore came to the team, Kellen Moore was known for having high-scoring offenses. That's what he was known for. That's what he was brought in there for. Every offense he's been a part of, they've been the highest-scoring offense. You know what I'm saying? The problem was a lot of times his quarterbacks would turn the ball over a lot because of the style of play. But they worked around that last year. Jalen Hurts took care of the ball. But Nick Sirianni is not absolved. Nick Sirianni deserves, it's his team. So yeah, to your point, absolutely. Just like I don't absolve Brian Schottenheimer. I go in on Eberflus, but Schotty the head coach. He sees what's going on. I know he didn't hire that guy. I know Jerry hired him, but still.
Right.
But it is what it is, man. But so you saying Jalen? I'm saying Jalen and a bunch of other factors.
You think so?
Huh?
You said Jalen and a bunch of other factors. Okay.
Jalen, the offensive line not being what it was. It's like a domino effect. The offensive line isn't as good as it used to be. Therefore, Saquon Barkley also has a lot of miles on him. He's not running like he used to, and he doesn't have the offensive line that he had last year. Therefore, that you can't mask the deficiencies, or Jalen Hurts can't play off of the run game like he used to. And then they also can't even do the tush push as well as they used to. The things that they could do last year that made them good, they are not doing them this year. And their play caller is calling a vanilla offense. So you factor all of those things into one thing, then you see what's wrong with Philly. All of these things play into what's wrong with them. That's what I'm saying. The best thing about Philly right now is their defense. Their defense is elite. You know what I mean? Especially when they got Jalen Carter in there with them. And that was a great pickup of Jordan Phillips from Miami. And then they got Nolan Smith is back. They're looking good. They look like a championship defense, and they're gonna have to lean on them if they want to go anywhere. Nobody has faith in them making it back to the Super Bowl, but if they even want contention to go to the NFC Championship or to even win the division, they're gonna have to lean on the defense.
What's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the Unbeaten Mob. Like and subscribe, man. Sirianni is low key who I blame the most. At this point, he has to be the first to make changes as coach. I agree.
We agree. Yep.
Because if the whole offense is elite, then who is at fault? Got to be the coaching. That's a fair point. Not running either. Jalen had, I think, 748 rushing yards his first starting full season, and he's at barely 200 probably. Coaching might believe they aren't capable of what they truly are, in my opinion. Or to your point, he doesn't know his personnel.
Right.
So it's one thing to be in the building. It's one thing when it's on you to call plays. You know what I mean? And so
you got to make it
and with the way that he'll never get another offensive coordinator job again.
No, I mean, look, a good coordinator can maximize the talent that he has. Whether it's switching up his own system or maximizing their talents within his system. That's what a good coordinator does. A good coordinator is not someone who, if he can have a bunch of all-pro, players in these certain positions, but he can't maximize their talent because they're not playing exactly to the system that he has in place. That's not a good. That's where Chip Kelly went wrong. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that, man. So I mean, you saw what worked. You've been there the whole time, dude. I'm talking about Kevin. You've been there the whole time. You know what works. You know what Jalen's strengths are. Maximize his strengths. It's just, it is what it is. I honestly don't care. I don't care if they face plant.
You don't care if they fix it or not, do you?
For obvious reasons. No, go ahead. Continue to do what you're doing, man. Just keep it going, man. Keep the momentum going. We love it. We love to see it, man. Hey, Jalen, man, commit 3 turnovers in one play next game. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, shout outs to Max Crosby. He's about to turn up.
What's he about to do?
Max, they play against the Raiders on Sunday.
Yeah. I'm hoping he do something big.
Yeah, I think I picked them against the Raiders because I think the Raiders defense can really give Philly a lot of trouble, but I don't see their offense, the Raiders offense surviving Philly's defense.
Right.
I think Philly's defense is going to be more unbearable than the Raiders defense is going to be to Philly's offense. If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
We said, why not run Tank? Like, is there a genuine reason to not use him as an asset? They just cannot use their assets intelligently. I don't know if it's a Tank thing. Maybe I'm thinking, this is just my opinion. I could be entirely wrong here, Jeremy. I think they're just seeing that. I don't think they see it as a Saquon problem. I think they really think their run blocking is the problem. So I don't know if they see them changing to Tank is the issue. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this, Keith. I told the Unbeaten this when I came back. I was at the Cowboys and Philly game in Dallas. And And I sat there and watched that game. I watched it when they gave Saquon the ball. He looked like, at times, he looked like he wasn't really trying. I don't know if he's nursing an injury that's not being disclosed. But man, I'm sitting there watching him. Man, there was one play where he gave himself up. It was a 3rd and 3, and he gave himself up.
Like he didn't want to get hit.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, y'all see that? I'm over here like there was a lot of Philly fans in there. I was in the Philly fan section because I have my lady. She's a Philly fan, and we sat in the Philly section. And they over there saying the same stuff. They're like, yo, man, is he point shaving? You know what I mean? Like they're like, yo, did somebody bet on his legs? Like, like because so maybe a change up with Tank Moore could work. You know what I mean? But who knows?
I agree.
What up? That's odd. I don't know what that is.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So, moving on. What's next, Key? What we got, man? We don't want to run out of time here.
It's Bang Bang Niner Gang.
Hey, excuse me?
Super Bowl contenders.
The 49ers contenders, man. You want to take that one first since it's your squad? Or you want me to do it first?
I will say this. I would favor the Rams in the NFC. I don't care that they lost to Carolina. But after the Rams, I don't see why there's not a team that we can't beat that's probably going to be in the playoffs. And if you ask me who I'd rather play, if we stay the 6th seed, that means we're going to end up playing Philly right now because they're the 3. I like our chances against Philly. You guys think Portillo's bad now. What do you think Robert Saleh is going to do against that Philly scheme?
I think y'all would blow out Philly.
Woo! I don't know about that, but I think we would outcoach and out-scheme Philly.
I think it would be a blowout.
Here's the thing.
I think it would be like 35-17.
Our schedule is mad weak. That Indianapolis game looked like a game a month ago that you would have to put a circle on your calendar. We better not get cooked by 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. I know that. But the next game coming off a bye, we have Tennessee. Our last 4 games are Tennessee, Chicago, Indianapolis, and Seattle. If we win out, I feel like we could snatch home field. That'll put us at 13-4.
Well, I'm gonna say this. First of all, I don't think y'all gonna see Phillip Rivers, man, because I think he gonna pass away on the field this coming up Sunday. But look, man, I don't know why they want to kill that grandpa so bad. Why why you putting? I'm joking. I don't want him down the field. That's a joke. But come on, man.
I was about to say that's worse than my Jerry Jones comment.
Yeah, you did. Y'all, for those who haven't been with us that long, Keith live on air predicted Jerry Jones' death. He's like, yeah, man, he's probably gonna die next year or something. You said we got to run the tape back. that was like at the beginning of the season. I'm like, Jesus, Keith, you just gonna put death on this man?
I actually agree with this comment.
Yeah.
But I think there are paths for us to make it out of the NFC. I'll say that. And to your point, coming in with Saleh and Shanahan, what coaching tandem do you like better in the NFC?
Like I said, the only coach that can see Kyle in the NFC to me is somebody off of his tree.
Right.
Which is your boy in LA.
Right.
I think the 49ers are built in a way where they can beat pretty much anybody. your weak link is your quarterback right now. I know he had a good run, what was it, a few years ago? But right now, I mean, he would be the only question mark that I would have. But I mean, and then y'all, but I feel like from what I've seen, I mean, I see your gripe about Kyle not being in that coach of the year conversation, because what he's done with so little, with all the injuries throughout the season. Y'all did have a light schedule, but there were some games y'all were beating teams in that schedule that weren't light teams. I mean, y'all beat the Rams, you know what I'm saying? Y'all beat the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. Y'all were beating these teams when you were shorthanded. You know what I mean? I think Fred Warner was there when y'all
beat the Seahawks week 1.
Yeah, y'all had Fred Warner and
Bosa
for a couple of those, but
the fact we didn't have Bosa for the Rams game.
Right, y'all didn't have Bosa for the Rams game. So, I mean, and then y'all are starting to get healthier on the back end. You know what I mean? Kittle missed a lot of those games too. Y'all didn't have a receiving core at one point. Y'all had Mac Jones, who?
And Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne had 150 yards against the Rams.
Because look, him and Mac Jones had chemistry. They played together in New England.
Here's the thing. For one, the game is in Santa Clara this year. God wants us there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Cowboys fans don't.
No. I don't think. See, now that you say it's in Santa Clara, it's making me think y'all not gonna make it.
Or we can be like the Rams.
The Rams don't have home games.
No, I'm saying they want. That's true. Because somebody
LA teams don't get home games. If you play in LA or Las Vegas, you don't have a home game. Sorry,
they were talking about Mac Jones won on the road against the Rams. I said that was not a road game. I don't care that was in SoFi. That's a home game, bro.
Yeah, it's certain teams that's gonna play over there. It's gonna be home game, especially like San Francisco playing there is gonna be a home game. The Raiders playing there is gonna be a home game. Like, it's LA. But no, I think I really consider y'all contenders. Y'all got time to be the number 1 seed.
I agree.
Y'all could take the number 1 seed. Well, man, I wouldn't be able to talk to you, Keith, if y'all finish with the number 1 seed.
Unfortunately, you got to talk to me once a week.
I wouldn't even want to be on unbeaten, man. We would have to count. It was like, man, yeah, man, we on. You gonna text me, be like, yo, we on tonight? Be like, nah, man, I ain't feeling good. Got a headache. Got migraines. I don't know if I want to do unbeaten this week. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are number 1 seed, man, I'm calling in sick, Keith. Is what I'm saying. But nah, man, for real. Now, all jokes aside, I really think y'all have, y'all are built in a way where you could be in the NFC Championship against the Rams if it can align that way.
Unless y'all play sooner. Haven't won the Super Bowl, but we've definitely won games in the playoffs that I didn't think we were going to win with Kyle. And we've won as an underdog and we've won as a favorite. So,
yep.
Like, to me, the biggest win in Kyle's career right now, or my favorite win, is that win at Green Bay. I think it was a week after we beat y'all in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
On the Dak forgot to give the ball to the ref game. Mm-hmm. When time ran out. That next week, we went to Green Bay and won like 13-10. And I thought as a fan, we had no business winning that game. But blocked the punt late, scored a touchdown off it. That was our only touchdown. We scored everything else was 2 field goals. Deebo Samuel had a classic Deebo game, a throwback, or that was his prime year. That was his all-pro year.
Yeah, Deebo misses y'all.
I don't know if he'll be back. He thought he thought the grass was greener.
I don't know why he thought it was greener in Washington.
Yeah. I mean, look, he saw that
one good season they had and thought it was greener.
I know his mama don't like it, but Jaden Daniels Griffith III is going crazy.
Damn, stop it. Don't do him like that. Maybe why do you feel about I know that's not like that. We weren't going to cover that subject, man, but how do y'all feel about like how Dan Quinn is managing Jaden Daniels through these injuries? Like, I mean, the season appears to be lost. I don't think Dan Quinn is necessarily coaching for his job. Why are you throwing Jaden Daniels in there and putting his career on the line, you know, and instead of like letting him rest up and getting better, you know what I mean? Let him fully heal. Is it worth throwing him back in there right now? You got the franchise guy, probably the future of your team, and you're putting him in further harm's way. What do you think about that, Keith?
I mean, you get paid to play football, right? But at the same time, what is I forget the term we call it. So like diminishing returns, right?
He's on a rookie contract.
What are we getting out of playing him injured when the season's over?
Nothing. I mean, he's on a rookie contract. It's his second year in the NFL, and they're already like, you know, first year he took y'all to the NFC Championship. You know what I mean? His rookie year had one of the best rookie years, if not the best rookie year of any quarterback in NFL history.
Right.
And you know, he gets hurt early, you know, a couple of times in different places, different, you know, body parts. And, you know, why rush him back, man? You see the season is washed. Y'all not winning nothing. Y'all not, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not competing.
Right.
Like, sit him, man. Keep Mariota in there and just, you know, let your franchise quarterback rest up, man, and get ready for next year.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you got Debo and Warren healthy and all of that, like it's I don't know. It's mind-boggling to me, man. Like, why, you know, he's gonna mess around and not be ready for next year because he's gonna be too messed up. He might be the RG, 3, if that's the case, but I don't know. But no, I just thought that was interesting, man. Just something that's been on my mind. But yeah, no, I think the 49ers are in there. Like I said, I don't think y'all are gonna see Phillip Rivers. Segue to the next topic. Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement at the age of 44. Phillip Rivers is a grandpa. He's got grandkids, man, and I think he has one grandchild, if I'm not mistaken, and he has several kids. But what do we think about old man Rivers? And what do we think about?
I don't really know what he's thinking. Hasn't played in a while.
Are you more? Are you more baffled by him wanting to come back, or by the Colts being desperate enough to bring him back?
Both. I think him come back. If I was the Colts, yeah, but Cam Newton can't throw.
Yeah, if you ask me, he has never really been that great at doing it. You know what I mean? And it just got worse over the years.
No, even his MVP year, he was in the low 60s.
He's not a great completion percentage has not been his strong suit. He's like a Josh Allen without the arm.
He has the arm. He has I don't know if it's
accuracy. When I don't mean his throwing power. I'm talking about the accuracy.
Oh, I think his throwing power is cooked now, though.
Yeah, You don't want to. You already had accuracy issues. Now your throwing power is diminished. Yeah, it's But what were you saying? Go ahead. What were you saying about Phillip Rivers? If you remember.
For them, they're desperate. They've had a year that nobody thought that they would have.
Mm-hmm.
I think he lives in the area. I know he coaches high school, but I think he stayed up there. I'm not sure, but for them, they're getting desperate. They're in the hunt for their division. I think they look more desperate than him.
I think, man, Keith. So this man hasn't played quarterback in 5 years, Keith. This man hasn't played quarterback since 2020. Do you know what that means, Keith?
What?
Dude, he missed the entire Biden administration. He was out of the NFL for he missed the entire Biden administration.
Facts.
And he's coming back to play within the year he was eligible for the Hall of Fame. People keep bringing it up like he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
I have my opinion about that.
What is your opinion?
Huh?
Just like your opinion of the other Chargers quarterback?
Oh, Justin Herbert?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Justin Herbert, the MVP this week. Justin Herbert, Captain Hook, the one-hand man. Hey. Shout out to Justin. Nah, he gets the praise this week.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, he said Cam knows he's cooked. He just wanted to. Yeah, he's a clout guy. We know that. If you ever watch 4th and 1, his show, and see all of the, the antics and all of the, the high pitch stuff that he's doing on there. I mean, you see what it is. You know what it is. He knows how to ring the bell. The notification bell, the clout bell. And I'm not hating on him at all, man. Hey, do your thing. You know what I mean? He's entertaining. I like him on ESPN. Him and his hats. Uh-oh. What just happened? Shout out to the 7-6 Steelers. Yeah, man. Watt is probably out for the season. Oh, man, that was breaking news. I almost forgot about
that, man. What's up with his lung? What?
Yeah, I just saw that right before we went on air. Yeah, no, they said he left practice and had a lung issue, man. If y'all have updates on that, let us know. That was that was breaking news. That hit us right before we got on air, pretty much, or right before we did our prep. When we're getting ready to go on there. I see Baker scoring me some points in fantasy right now.
Oh, is he?
But yeah, man. But
playoffs.
Shout outs to the 7-6 Steelers, man. I mean, all right, sure. If you want to celebrate that, I mean, they beat the Ravens. I think if the Dallas Cowboys were in that division, man, they'd probably be in first place. But no. The AFC North you got a bunch of one and dones. You know what I mean? I don't see. I think it's another one and done Mike Tomlin type season. Unfortunately, I root for Mike Tomlin. I like Mike Tomlin a lot. He's one of my favorite coaches.
Oh shit!
It's a puncture.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, man. You got the nine, the bang bang Niner gang in the building.
Dang. Yes.
Got punched by the doctor. Same thing that happened. Oh, it was the Tyrod situation.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's horrible.
Hey, yeah, that's Panama Queen, where you streaming from? And go Niners.
Yep. Man, she might be streaming from Panama.
Yeah, and let me know. Are the 49ers real contenders in the NFC? She from Jersey. That's Jersey. What's up. Shout out to Jersey.
Shout out Jersey, man.
Are the 49ers
shout out to my mom, Jersey City. You know what I mean?
You said what?
I said shout out to my mom's Jersey City.
Oh, that's what's up. Hey, thanks for coming rocking with us, Panama Queen. Make sure you like and subscribe. Man, and go Niners,
baby. We do it every week. Turn the notifications on too, baby. We jump around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, mostly Wednesdays though.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, I think y'all are contenders though, man. Yeah, y'all put that in the comments, drop it in the comments, man. If y'all think the 49ers are contenders, man. So man, we talking about the Steelers.
Let's transition to this. This is going to tie into our other topic anyway.
Oh, yeah.
this.
Oh yeah.
Which is
How
this.
do we feel about the CFP bracket, Keith? I know how I feel about it. I'm okay. I'm fine, man, because
I'm okay with it because I don't got a dog in that fight too crazy. Like,
I do.
I just want to see good football, and I actually, I was actually with you. I remember the Catholics versus the convicts. Is that what they called it?
Yep. I ain't never forget that shit. I mean that stuff.
So, I'm Miami gang when it comes to that rivalry, so I was happy that Miami got in, and so that's how I was. Everybody else, I was kind of back and forth on Alabama getting in because of how Georgia made them look in the SEC championship, but everybody else, I was cool. I was like, whatever.
Yeah. So I went on a whole rant. What was that, last week?
Sure was.
If Notre Dame would have got in and Miami didn't get in, I mean, I probably, it wasn't no point in even watching the college football playoffs anymore. Like, first of all, it's already a tainted system anyway. You know what I mean? But it's just you can't. If you got identical schedules for the most part, I mean your boy who was on here last week, he brought up the 2 losses Miami had to unranked opponents. I mean, that was a fair assessment, but Notre Dame lost to Miami. You know what I mean? They lost the head-to-head. Like people were saying, run the take back. That was a very decisive. The final score was not indicative to how the game went. Miami dominated that game for the most part. So we're not just gonna act like August didn't happen. I'm not gonna trip about it now because I mean, I think the solution was met. I think Notre Dame is out here crying and complaining. They have no one to blame but themselves, man. I get the gripe. One thing I do get that I do. I feel where they're coming from is, hey, Miami should have been ahead of them all along. They shouldn't have waited until the college football playoff to bump them ahead. If they felt that way, which I don't think they felt that way. I think they got pressured. I think the committee I'm talking about, I think they got pressured by all of the public outrage and all of the media outlets, keep bringing up the head-to-head and, why Notre Dame is ranked above Miami. People like me, going on rants, about why are they ranked 3 spots ahead? And when we beat them, that type of thing. I think that pressure, the committee, felt that pressure, and then they changed the last minute. I think that's where that came from. But that Notre Dame was really upset about that because they're like, y'all had us ranked ahead of them. So how did they just jump up when it was time to vote us into the playoffs? That was their whole thing. But their other thing is they're all upset, with the ACC because they said, oh, the ACC, y'all, we got all our other sports in the ACC except football. It's messed up how y'all, aren't supporting us, blase, blase. Wait, y'all chose to be independent. Y'all wanted the bag, right? Y'all went to the national championship last year. Y'all feeling yourself. Y'all think y'all's brand is the biggest brand in all of football. So, I mean, y'all put yourself in that situation because, see, here's the thing, Keith. Had they not been independent, they would have qualified for a conference championship game. So that a conference championship game, let's say they were in the ACC, you know what I mean? They could settle that out in the conference championship game. It wouldn't have been questioned. They would automatically qualify. But because they were independent, they set out on conference championship week. So they had already put themselves at a disadvantage in that regard. But they were sitting there neck and neck, and then things started to fall into place. BYU losing, Alabama losing in the fashion it did. I didn't understand how Alabama didn't really get bumped down, really. They got bumped down like, what, 1 spot? Mm-hmm. That was crazy. They got bum rush on Saturday.
They got thumped.
They got destroyed. You know what I mean? I get it. They beat Georgia early in the season, but that didn't look like the same matchup. So, it's some favoritism there, for the 3-loss Alabama who just got blown out. But, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm good. Miami's in there. Now it's time to take care of business. We got Texas A&M coming up this weekend. And then we got Ohio State waiting. So, it is what it is. But, I mean, Notre Dame, sit all the way the fuck down.
Say it with your chest.
Respectfully.
And just real quick, we about to get up out of here. And so, yeah, one more time for Bernie.
Hey, look, we on.
Shedeur is named starter for the remainder of the season. One quick thought on that. What do you think before we get up out of here?
I mean, yeah, it should have been happening, man. It should have been happening. The coach been playing games with him all season. I get it.
The rest of the year,
huh?
I'm a Shedeur fan the rest of the year.
Oh, absolutely, man. I ain't never cheered for the Browns before in my life, but
I was getting texts during the Browns 49ers game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know you cheering for the Browns because it's for the culture. And the guy that texted me was a Raiders fan. He's like, we played them last week and I cheered for the Browns. I said, yo, it's easy to do that when you're not in the middle of a playoff run. Beat it. But now that we're past the Niners, go ahead, Shedeur, ball out. Yeah. Hey, Mob, we want to thank y'all again.
Dog, we appreciate y'all, man.
We're on the way to 1,000.
We're trying to go into 2026 with 1,000 subscribers, man. We appreciate it, man. We got about 740 some of y'all watching us right now, rocking with us. Y'all, it's insane, man. We remember, man. It was like one or two of y'all out there, man. You know what I'm saying? We just in here me and Keith just in here rocking out. Like we got a whole crowd, man, and it's just, it's amazing. We appreciate the support. No doubt. We're gonna just keep getting better every week, man. We're gonna keep bringing new flavor, new this, new that. We gonna always work on ways to improve, for the betterment of you, for your entertainment. You know what I mean? But Shedeur, yeah, man. So that as long as we're not doing things like, trying to do trick plays without Shedeur in the game for the 2-point conversion at the end of the game after he just drove the offense down the field for a game-winning touchdown. As long as we're not doing dumb stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, I think we're going to be okay. I'm talking about us, and when I say we, I'm talking about Shedeur. But, yeah, that was ridiculous. Did you like that play that they threw at the end there, that 2-point conversion play, Keith? Did you enjoy that?
I didn't like the play, but you also can't say it's a dumb play. And then didn't Shedeur fumble down there?
When? For the game winner?
I don't think for the game winner, but I think in that same game, they tried to run some type of 2-point conversion and he fumbled.
Nah, but he just drove him down the field and scored right before that 2-point conversion. Man, let him finish it off. Let him top it off, man. Give him another shot in there. We don't need no trick reverse. Now, I will say this. To Stefanski's credit, that play would have worked if they would have did it right.
If they would have ran it right.
Because it was a Jukins. He was supposed to hand it off to who was he supposed to hand it off to? Who was the other person?
I got the receiver's name.
The receiver, if he would have handed it off to him, there was nobody in front of the receiver. But he was looking at that corner on the other side. And he was trying to see if the corner was going to stay or he was going to go with the receiver. The corner stayed, so the receiver had nobody tracking him. So he had a wide open lane into the end zone. If he would have just handed it off to him instead of holding on to it and then getting caught up, that would have been a touchdown. So I will say the play would have worked if it was done correctly. It was the player's fault that didn't go down. But, it's one of those things. If it worked, we would have been okay. You were like, you'd have celebrated, but it didn't work. So now we're like, yo, why the hell you ain't leave Shedeur in there?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Did they say hindsight is 20/20, whatever you call it, whatever. It is what it is, man. But Keith, we're about out of time, brother.
Hey, it's been another show. Like to thank our new subscribers.
y'all, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Yo, we keep finding a way to get up here one day a week. We got sometimes we got life comes at us and we gotta adjust, but we're gonna keep coming back. And like Cromell said, we're gonna come back with better content.
No doubt, we're gonna keep working, man. Oh, I haven't been able to talk about this much because I signed an NDA. We all signed NDAs with Netflix, but make sure, man, check out Stranger Things, man. I got to be on the production team for Stranger Things. So make sure y'all check it out, man. Y'all go ahead and jump on Netflix, man, and check that out whenever you get it. I'm really excited that it's finally here. We shot it. We were shooting it around this time. We were actually rapping around this time last year. We were shooting it up in Atlanta and in out in the Peachtree City area as well. So y'all check that out, man, when you get a chance. But I mean, to that point, the reason I brought that up, Keith, is just talking about like, how you and I are just busy with other stuff a lot of the times. And it's really tough trying to get in here, man, and get in here and jump on and keep up with the sports and make sure we talk to the people, and see what the people think, see what the mob thinks. But man, I'm grateful, man. I'm feeling grateful. What about you, Keith?
I'm grateful. I like what we're doing. I like the people that are tapping in with us. And more applause for Stranger Things, man. That's a big deal.
Nah, brother.
So
I appreciate it.
Hope it turns into something major for you. Matter of fact,
let it rain. Yo, pop off, man. Pop off.
Hey, we about to out. Thanks for joining us.
All right, man. Look, man. Next time, keep it running, like and subscribe, notification. Be right here next week, Wednesday. Like, let y'all know. Hey. We out. You crazy for this one, Mr. Murphy?